Hello Pisces, welcome back to Tarot by Jess. Jessica here. See what the spirit guides have for us. Lord, we just pray for clear messages and we just bless these Pisces, everyone out there. All right, so we're gonna pull here. And see what y'all have going on. We need one more. Oh, there we go. And actually it was that way. Okay. So let's see, y'all. The Knight of Swords. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got Strength. We've got the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Cups in reverse. So we've got the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups reversed. All right, just give me a moment. I want to look over and see what messages are channeling through. All right. So the first thing that's just that I'm feeling is that maybe some action, because knights are of action, swords are, challenges, things like that. So he's, the conflict challenges could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Swords are air. So so lack of action on some part is what I'm feeling with this card. But with the Queen of Cups right next to that, and then the Strength there, and the Strength is right in the center. And we're coming out, just coming out of Leo season here. So we have basically love and strength right next to each other after some type of failed action. And then, of course, we have the Eight of Swords, which is kind of self-constraint. Like you're almost doing it to yourself. And I'll show the cards here in just a moment to show you, like, kind of why it's like that. And then you've got the Eight of Cups here in reverse, which Eight of Cups is walking away from something in the upright, but with it being, downward here, it's almost, I get the feeling that you didn't walk, like you feel like maybe you can't walk away from something, like maybe you something's holding you back, but it's like it's yourself that's holding you back from walking away from something that you should. And we're going to clarify. I've got 3 other decks that we're gonna work with and see what the messages that come through with those. But yeah, it's almost like some action. I feel like some action wasn't taken, and whether that had to do with some sort of love or romance, because cups are emotion, feeling, and it's the Queen of Cups. She's the Queen of Love. So, I'll get that card. But she's the Queen there. Got her cups in there, and right, like I said, next to the Strength there. So maybe it's just kind of seems like you had to be strong in maybe a love situation where you felt like you were being held back, or you were blind to how to get out of it, how to walk away from it. Maybe I'm feeling like you can't see the way out. You don't know how you're going to get out of, like with the cups, that's usually emotion. So it's something emotional. And with the Queen of Cups, I kind of feel like this is a love situation. You might be feeling trapped in something, not knowing how to walk away from it is how I'm feeling. Or you haven't walked away and because you can't, you don't know how, whether those. But the ropes tied around her are very loose, so one little shift or wiggle, and she could get free to take those blindfolds off. You know, those swords that are surrounding her are barely in the ground. So it's nothing, you know, you can walk right through it if you just unconstrained, take the constraints off, wiggle a little bit, make an adjustment so you can take the blindfold off and you can see where you can get out. Just remove that first sword, take it with you, and you know, take care of business there. So we'll look more into that, okay? But that's what that's my first general, just overall feeling is just like you had to be strong, like some action. Maybe you were waiting on you know, that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe to take action and they didn't. Maybe something, you know, and so you had to be strong, and now you kind of feel, you know, stuck in a situation, and maybe not with this, you know, particular person, but maybe it left you stuck in something else, in your emotions, and you don't know how to walk away and get out of your emotions or your feelings about this person. You know, you kind of just, you're stuck in your, I would say stuck in your mind, but then that would be the Nine of Swords. This is more, you know, this is more getting out, like it's a different kind of restraint. This is self-restraint. Nine of Swords is going to be more in your mind as far as dreaming and depression and anxiety. So you're not quite there. You can still get out, but you know, before you get feeling worse, you need to free yourself of this emotion or whatever it is that maybe, you know, you felt let down in some sense, like something, your feelings weren't being met, is what I'm getting, is what I'm feeling. Like you felt like you were giving it all. You gave like everything, all of your love, all your strength, and now you just, it didn't work. They didn't take the action that you were, you know, that you put in, and now you've not mentally, but you've got yourself blindfolded to see that you can get yourself out of the situation there. So yeah, that's really what I'm feeling with that. But we're gonna pull from these other decks as well and see what they have to say. Okay. And so this is that Healing Light deck. Okay. Let's get these out of there. Okay. Guides. What further messages do you have for Pisces, or any clarification on what they are going through? Okay. Okay. Well, these are all showing up in the upright, so obviously that is not how the healing lights go. So let's see. What we have going on here. All right. Just give me a second here. All right. Well, this looks good. All right, so you've got first showing is Queen of Swords, and right below the Queen is going to be the Three of Wands. So Queen of Swords, obviously, queens are, you know, the stability of things. Swords are mental, intellect challenges, you know. She's ready. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Sword in hand, butterflies all around her. She's completely, you know, illuminated. And then, as you can see, her entire sword here in her hand is what is in that mandorla. So that's like the healing spot, basically, is in having that sword in her hand, that power in her hand, ready to swing. You know, she's you know, still kind, still soft, but sword is up and ready. You know, she's ready for it. So with that, with your Three of Wands here, Three of Wands is, you know, you're waiting for your ship to come in. You see the ships on the horizon. You're just standing there, you know, waiting patiently. So that is, it's a almost, three represents almost like a completion of a cycle. You know, so something that's been created in stages 1 and 2 are now 3 with, you'll see some fruit. Your ships are coming in. Okay, so the Queen of Wands with your ships coming in, you know, she's just basically, you're standing there strong, waiting for something to come in. So coming off that last read, I'm going to say that this one is almost like a follow-up. Like, okay, once you read, that's how it feels to me. Is like once you release and get out of those self-constraints and do that, your ships are going to come in. You're going to have that strength. You're going to stand there with your sword, ready to cut off anything that doesn't suit you anymore, you know? And things are going to start happening for you, okay? Next in the lineup here, we have King of Pentacles, clarified here by the Eight of Pentacles. So obviously King, you know, he's strong, he's powerful, you know, it's what they are. And with Pentacles being our beliefs or our material things, earthly realms, things like that, you know, it's all acquired. You know, everything that you could want in this world, basically, has been obtained. I mean, that's really what it is. Values, like I said, material goods, money. This can also represent a Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn. But, you know, not necessarily, because you don't know people's birth charts and things like that. So I will say, you know, some of the signs, but don't always go off of that, okay? And of course, King and Queen can all, you know, those always go energy, masculine and feminine. So, you know, this literally could still represent you in the next, you know, process. You know, you're achieving all of this, and with that Eight of Pentacles right under, Eight of Pentacles is hard work. It's focusing. It's just working hard, putting that work in. So you're waiting for your ships to come in, maybe to get to work on something, you know, to obtain everything that you're trying to do. So you have the Star and the Chariot coming up right behind. These are the two major arcanas that showed up in this. In the last read, it was the Strength. So Star is, you know, you're making a wish. That's what you're doing. Basically, it's your hopes. It also represents Aquarius. So anything that you could want, basically, is, you know, you wish upon a star. I mean, that's it. And you can see here, they have the whole thing, you know, it's no little mandorla. It's like all the stars are up there, everything. Dancing, you know, having a grand old time, just everything that make a wish upon a star. But followed right behind it, here you go, Chariot, movement, you know, triumphant, taking action type thing. You know, that's kind of what with the Chariot, that's always how I feel. It's like it's going for it, you know, going for something. On that horse, and you know, the Chariot, taking action, headed towards this light in the center, you know, coming out. It's just the whole action around the horse, and the person is lit up by the light that's coming out of that healing center. So through this action, you're going, you know, everything is illuminated, basically. So go for your wish, go for whatever it is that you're trying to do, that you're working hard for. See, all these cards are lining up. Whatever it is you're working hard for, if that's your wish, or, you know, if you need to make a move to make your wish happen, do it. Do it. Now is the time, okay? And to finish it off, the overall is the Six of Cups. And Six of Cups is equal give and take. So whatever this is, when it, you know, if you do this, it's going to be rewarding. It's going to be balanced. 6 represents harmony, dependability, things like that. So it's something that would be stable, right? In the center here is the cup that's being given. So you got the other 5 up here, kind of just chilling. You see how much larger this one is, handing it down. It's got the light there, like right in the center. It's literally like here. Someone's helping you and you're helping someone else, or whatever it is that you gave your energy to or gave, invested in, is going to be an equal give and take there. So that's, that's what that is. And that's beautiful. I mean, isn't that what, I think everybody really wants is balance, All right. So the next deck we're going to go with is the Modern Witch Tarot. So, thank you, guys. Thank you. We thank you for the messages that you've given Pisces so far. And we just continue for clear messages that reach the people that you would like for them to reach, that they tune into the channel and it resonates with those. And again, we just thank you. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. Let's put that there. All right. There's that 8 of Swords again. All right. All right, so this basically looks like if you don't make that change, literally that's the feeling that I'm getting. It's so strange. That is so odd. It's like the second clarification was like, okay, if you make the change, all this wonderfulness is going to happen. And then I pull this third one. We have a fourth one coming. But this one literally looks like, okay, well, if they don't get out of these restraints themselves and walk away, and do this, that this is what's going to happen, because you literally start off with the 5 of Cups, which 5 of Cups is looking at what you've missed and not looking at what you have. Basically, she's standing at the shoreline, looking at the 3 cups that spilled over, instead of picking up her 2 cups and getting on that bridge and heading to the city, So, and that was right next to that 8 of Swords again. Same exact concept. Very lightly restrained, blindfolded. There's not even a sword in front of her in this one. Wiggle, wiggle, and she could literally walk out like this sword's about to fall over, So, looking at what you lost, still sitting there like, how do I get out of this situation? Which is strange, because right next to it you have the 3 of Cups, which is celebration. So, are you gonna, I guess gonna celebrate when you get out of the, walk away from this? Because I would have said, if it was in the upright, or, facing down, what have you, I would have said that maybe you were drinking too much, or, something like that, because that's what else it could mean, but it wasn't. And all the other cards, you have the High Priestess, but she's, she's facing down, so you're not really, feeling yourself. And then you've got the Hierophant facing down, which, Hierophant is tradition, think a spiritual leader, spiritual guidance, a teacher of some sort. High Priestess, intuition, using her mind, using all her tools, computer above her head. She's got, her crystal ball. You've got the crescent moon right here, she yin and yang, like High Priestess. She's the one. And we had her, I thought, no, not on this. It was a different read I had done earlier. Sorry. So it would appear that, you're here celebrating, but I don't, maybe you just got some friends over. Maybe you have some of the people over and you have some drinks in the middle of this, because this one here is just kind of like, you're not seeing what you got. You're not seeing a couple opportunities and what you still have. You're looking at maybe what didn't work out or something, and you're still putting yourself like in this, how do I get out of this situation? But then in the middle of this, like, you're kind of socializing, like, hey, let's have some drinks. So, but you're not using your tools, your intuition, to be doing what you're supposed to be doing, because it would appear like the feeling I get, Pisces, is you were supposed to be doing something with your spiritual side, your intuition. You're supposed to, I don't know if maybe getting into tarot yourself, or Reiki healing, or chakra, or crystals, or any, something that is more of the 5D world instead of the 3D. Just because, it's the High Priestess, and that's what she is. And then the Hierophant is the teacher of, and they're spiritual, they got the keys down at her feet here, which is like the secrets to, the world, the other world, everything is like the teacher, the spiritual teacher, the wand in the hand. You've got the students down, listening, and it's just, with both of them being right next to each other and being upright, I feel like you're not taking that path, or maybe you don't know how to get there. Okay, I'm feeling like you don't know how to maybe get to that path. So maybe that's what this celebration is in the center. You need to get out and meet some people who are like-minded as you in your community, or join a group page, maybe on Facebook. Okay, something like that. The Five of Cups, it could very well, that's what that could be. You're looking at what you had that there's something else out there. That there's something else there, and you're just looking at that. But instead of taking the 2 cups that you have to get to this next step, because it'd be easier if you had everything to start something with. It's always going to be easier that way, but that's not always the case. So, where you want to get, you might not have everything that you need, so you're feeling like you can't do it. This is what I'm feeling. So it's telling you there's there's other ways, because literally you got 3 spilt cups here, but in the 3 of Cups, you got 3 people holding their cups up. So what you lost, right? This is like literally, this message like just came to me. So here you lost 3 cups, right? And you're looking all sad and depressed and down. So pick up your 2 cups. Stop feeling like you can't do what you need to do because you lost these 3. Because you get out there and socialize as much as however you can legally in your state or wherever you're from, or like I said, Facebook groups or online with like-minded people as you, that's going to get you to the spiritual place that you're trying to get to, okay? So that your High Priestess can become upright, because right now you're not fulfilling your High Priestessness, all right? And to fulfill this goal, maybe this is that wish that you have. Like if you go down this path and you let this stuff go now, right? Then that star, your wish, you're going to take that action, right? We had this read here. You're going to take that action and reach that. And if not, then you're going to be sitting here looking at something else lost, still feeling constrained. Here's an out. Here's an out of feeling like this, okay? To get back to your High Priestess mindset, use your intuition, start working, using your tools, use your computer to take a course, something like that to further whatever it is that you're trying to do, so you can become this teacher, this counselor, this helper, this healer, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, okay? Sorry, that just really came through like very clearly. So that's just what that was, okay? And now we're going to do this last deck here, which is the Ethereal Visions deck. And I think I said that right. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Like, I just have to show you. Like, it has like, everything is like gold and like, I don't know. It's just really, really pretty. Okay. All right. Spirit, thank you so much for the messages that you've given us so far. Oh, okay. Well, if you're just going to do that, then we're going to take what you're giving us here. We'll need one more, Spirit. Let me just flip here. These don't get... Here we go. All right. And we've got one more. One more. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Okay. All right. So I'll... Let's see here. Just give me a moment to look. Oh, and this deck has a couple extra cards in it as far as its major arcanas. It has the Artist and the Well, I believe it is. I have to look, but because you have the Artist right in the center, so it's I'm gonna say it's your only major arcana that came up in this with number 23. So that's kind of cool because it's the first time it's come up since I've used this deck. I've done a couple reads with it only, but okay. So we have here the Six of Pentacles, which that we've already had come up in that second read. We have the King of Cups, beautiful. We have the Artist, Three of Wands, and Two of Pentacles. So I'm going to say here, let me just see. Okay. So Six of Pentacles, again, we've already gotten that, and that's that equal give and take, right? It's balanced. See the scales? What's being given is balanced. So that's really nice. And then next to that is going to be the King of Cups, which we know, King of Love. Cups is, of course, is water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then here's that Artist card, that major arcana, number 23. Okay. And then we have the Three of Wands, which came up again, right? So that's twice that this one has confirmed itself here, waiting for your ships to come in. So this is overall good. I mean, I see like, it looks like you're going to have everything balanced, okay? Because you have the Two of Pentacles there. That's how I'm looking at this, the feeling that I get from it, because it's right next to this Three of Wands. So, standing there again, waiting for ships to come in, but right next to this balanced card. So literally, okay, this is so funny. What I get from this is everything is going to be balanced at the end, okay? Because you have balance in the beginning, balance in the end. In the middle, okay, you have the King of Love, King of Emotions. You have the Artist. So maybe I'm just feeling like this is just kind of like, a dream has been fulfilled, whether this is, someone in your life who's offering emotion and love, and the Artist is, I just feel like the Artist is the Pisces. It's just in the clouds, dreamland, drawing, feather, wing coming out of his angel, just out of his ankle there, like just a different world. I feel like we kind of always are in between the real world and the other world. And, so just be patient is what, get yourself out of whatever it is you're trying to get yourself out of, and start making the moves to where you're trying to get. Your ships are coming in. Your love is there, and your dream is there. The Artist is... Draw up whatever you want. Whatever you want it to be, it can be. That's what the Artist is, basically. They create. That's what they do. And they create from their own minds of how they see something, how they perceive it, how they want it to be. So that's what, That's what that is. You're going to, this King of Cups is full of emotions, full of love, full of spiritual ideas. Okay, so the spiritual, you know, that path that we were talking about, this high priestess, and that could very well be you're full of spiritual ideas, right? And guess what? You're drawing them out. You're putting them to action. Wait for your ships to come in, waiting for that, and everything's going to be balanced. It's all going to be balanced at the end. So you have give and take in the beginning. You have equal give and take, fair give and take, full of love, emotion, spiritual ideas. I think it's more spiritual ideas. I did not get a love reading from this. I got more of a life path reading. Is the feeling that that was just the word given to me. I don't ever set out for a type of reading. I go by what the messages that are channeled to me and what the cards say. And I incorporate what is the feelings that I get to the meanings of the cards. And so this definitely does not feel like a love reading at all. It feels seriously like a life path reading. As far as it feels like a shift is here for you, Pisces. Like really, like you're gonna have to stop feeling stuck in something and make a change. Because I think you know that you're being called for something bigger. I think that's the feeling that I get, and that's what the cards are, basically saying too. Twice it says that you are self-constrained, that all you have to do is wiggle, jiggle, and wiggle, jiggle, and you'll get yourself out, you know. But then, like I said, sorry. So King of Cups, absolutely full of inspiration. Okay, that's just what I'm going with, and directly next to the artist, putting it into action, right? Drawing it out. That's exactly what he's doing. He's sitting at the drawing board, looking at what he wants to, looking at the vision, putting it down on paper, or drawing it out, whatever, his canvas. All right, so he created. Now he's waiting for the ships to come in. Again, we got that. It's down there somewhere. And then it ends with balance. Everything's balanced. Just with the infinity. She's standing like literally like be balanced forever. It doesn't get much more beautiful than that, right? You keep it balanced forever, even with the waves going on. She's standing in the infinity sign with the pinnacles. Just, that's I think beautiful. As soon as you get yourself out of that eight of swords mindset, Pisces. Get yourself out of this Eight of Swords. Get it out. Okay? Get out of there. All right. I will see y'all next time. I love all of you. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know if any of this resonates with you. I really hope that it does, because I know I feel like we have some choices where we need to make on our paths right now. And other Pisces that I know and talk to, I know that they kind of have that same feeling. So I'm hoping this gives somebody some reassurance that everything's going to be okay. All right, good night.